sleeps.
Taser, I think.
But neither
Stand still.
do the cops. Battling on the front line
Taser! Taser!
are Nottinghamshire's finest.
Stand by for impact.
Highly trained pursuit drivers, specialists in entry and search,
4 ounces of cannabis.
rapid response firearms officers,
On police! Show yourself now!
Police, will you stop!
and the crime-stopping force
Look at my arm!
of the dog unit.
Get down on the floor!
Wherever the battle takes them, they'll never back down.
Taser!
Because come at the hour,
Yeah, Pats, we've still got him. Up on the back wheel, offside of the road.
come at the Interceptors.
Where from? Please. Please. Don't come to Nottingham again, will you?
Coming up,
On police! Make yourself known!
firearms are out in force after reports of a gun.
Come to the front door!
A runaway Audi's out of sight.
5-8 with 10 seconds behind him. We're just trying to catch up.
And occupy! Balaclava man's out of time. The first cops know of most jobs is when they come over the radio.
Have a look at Romeo Victor 64.
He was on a mobility scooter, it was just a
What? Interceptor FM doesn't always set the pulse racing.
Hello, is this it? A fella stopped with a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
But some broadcasts are straight adrenaline.
Firearms to the address with retreat to hard cover.
So we got intel from 2021 regarding firearms.
It's nearing midnight, and firearms cops Paul Charlesworth and Toby Hardy have been called into action after a driver left the scene of a crash in Derbyshire.
There's been an RTC, and just as a result of that, they've gone to an address to do a little keeper inquiry for the vehicle that's involved. As they've knocked on the door, I believe they've looked through the window and seen what looks like a handgun and a magazine on the table in the house.
The magazine's not country life, and the suspected guns triggered a dig into the guy who lives there.
I think some suggestion that the fella at that address has got some previous link to firearms.
It's a big concern and means a major mobilisation for firearms. Who race to the area, rendezvous with the dog unit and break open the gun safes.
I'd have the back gun out.
They kit up with baton guns that fire plastic rounds and can drop someone at 25 metres, and Heckler and Koch assault rifles. It's a chilly evening,
I am freezing. It's at 4 degrees.
but things are about to heat up.
I want you to safely attend, identify and locate any occupants, recover firearm and ammunition.
2-3, no question. Nice and steady. Fairly sure everybody's got that.
A short ride to the address,
Keep going. Keep going.
and they're in position.
It is, I think, this one here. This one here with the box.
The house is being monitored by a police drone with thermal imaging, as Paul and Lee Frith lead a team to the rear. The gate's locked.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
They have a crack with the big red key.
We're having some issues with the side gate.
It's a proper Fort Knox, so it's up and over via the fence.
You're not near yet.
On the other side, Paul and the team get their first look at the suspected weapon.
see the item in question through the rear window. It's on a table about 2 metres into the room. Black handgun. I can't see the magazine.
The magazine's here, mate.
We've sighted the magazine, it is on the table. Can't identify what type of rounds it would have in it. There is, however, on the sofa, also in the back room, what appears to be a large black gun of some description. Lee, just be aware, there's a little axe there as well, on the window ledge to the right.
The inventory through the window is 2 suspected guns, a magazine, and a hand axe. But there's more.
In the tool bag here,
Yeah.
another gun.
Is it?
If you stand by arm strap, you can actually see a scope inside the gun bag.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guns.
A lot of guns, but the only sign of life is a very placid dog.
And I've made quite a bit of noise as well on purpose, and there's no reaction from the dog.
There's a camera on the back, so he's probably aware we're here.
Oh yeah, I mean this is one here as well.
If he's not hiding inside, then it seems unlikely the suspect will return home.
Armed police, come to the front door!
And if anyone is home, now's a good time to make themselves known.
Occupants, come to the front door!
Nothing.
Armed police! Make yourself known! Come to the front door!
Occupants, come to the front door!
Interceptors have surrounded the house of a man with firearms markers who's suspected of leaving a road traffic accident.
Armed police! Make yourself known! Come to the front door!
They've spotted suspected guns through the rear window
In the tool bag here, another gun.
and don't know if the suspect is hiding inside.
Make yourself known! Come to the front door! It's the armed police!
The place is as quiet as the grave,
Got the shield.
and they're going in.
I'm picking up on your phone.
The plan is to force entry at the rear, but it's always worth checking the lock.
Yeah, we're in. No reaction. Just keep it there, because if the dog comes charging out,
Yeah.
They need to establish if the dog inside will be a problem.
There was make some noise on the glass.
Nothing. Here he comes. Dog's coming.
An attack dog he's not.
Yeah, oh. Just to let you know, we've had sight of the dog. He appears quite friendly. Just don't let him out the back.
Fido just wants to run in the garden, which leaves cops free to search his house.
My room.
Your room.
They immediately secure guns and ammunition in the first room.
That's all.
blanks.
Yeah, they're 8mm blanks.
An 8mm blank firing pistol.
That's an air rifle.
Yeah.
We have secured that first room.
Carry on to the ground floor.
Carry on. Just secure the ground floor.
As well as guns and ammo. On the first floor, there's an axe, a terrifying bat studded with nails, and signs of cannabis use.
So just to confirm, ground floor is clear above you on the stairs.
Given the confined entrance to the next floor,
What we've got here is a little tiny hallway that leads straight up to the stairs.
and the fact they're being monitored by multiple cameras,
There's CCTV everywhere.
the cops are wary of heading upstairs.
Occupants of the building! We're all police officers! Show yourself that you come to no harm!
All quiet. They secure the second floor in a heartbeat. There's little of interest here, but the drone team have a hot tip from the air.
We've had the drone above. The roof's really hot. There's obviously quite a bit of evidence in the kitchen there of cannabis use, so we're expecting there's probably going to be a grow upstairs.
Sure enough, the top 2 rooms are kitted out for cannabis cultivation.
Looks like it's just been cropped.
They've just missed harvest season, but nothing else will be grown here. Kit and cannabis will be seized, along with the numerous weapons downstairs.
This stuff here looks like airsoft. Probably fires little BB pellets. Whereas that black one is that would go in that magazine is an actual blank firer. No projectile comes out the end. Makes it, a proper bang, but they are what people often convert into viable firearms. Draw the barrel out in the gun, and then it can fire some kind of viable ammunition.
Even without being converted, you wouldn't want to meet one of these in a dark alley.
Which certainly looks real if you point it at somebody, and the rounds look real unless you know what you're looking at. The main priority now is tracking down the subject.
In the meantime, they've seized 3 air weapons, a blank-firing pistol, and various other menacing bits of hardware.
We've got some weapons off the street which would undoubtedly be used in some sort of criminality in the future, so they're out of the way, and he will come another day. We'll get hold of him, and he'll be dealt with for the offences that we've discovered.
Interceptors soon caught up with a guy from the House of Guns and Grows. He's been released under investigation on suspicion of possession of a firearm, production of a controlled drug, and failing to stop at a road traffic collision.
Got a few ounces of cannabis, and we've also uncovered a knife now as well.
From the knife crime team to firearms...
Mr. Police, come to the door! Come to no harm!
The dog unit...
Police with the dog, stop!
To road crime.
He is making contact with our vehicles.
Interceptors are a group of elite units working as one well-oiled machine.
We are all one team, and when it's needed, we all come together. There might be a particular job that we pick up. You know, road crime will get wind of it, they'll come and help us out. The dogs will tag on as well, because they can then add their own piece to the puzzle.
Teamwork's brilliant. Gets results.
All teams need pit stops.
Hello. Hiya, can I take your order?
And firearms cops Dan Machin and Ben Moore are grabbing a milkshake out the drive-thru.
Have a cake for all things right. Anyway, been a good night.
Yeah, it's been alright.
Though they're keeping one eye on the ball.
Suspect call from London Road, Newark. Car driving at high speed, an Audi in white.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah.
As they hit the road, all milkshaked up. A few miles away, the Audi that's been tearing through Newark has just torn past road crime's Dan Butler.
Stay full lane, stay full lane.
It's a meaty S5 and it's really shifting. The Audi's off like a shot as speed cameras light up the night. Dan lights up too, but the driver ignores the blues.
He is now failing to stop. We are Rowan Way, left, Rowan Way.
Meanwhile, the cavalry's down their milkshakes and are racing to help.
Left.
Come on.
Foxtrot 5-8. Left here.
There you are.
Yeah. No, next one, sorry, mate.
Back to you.
Yeah, you're a bit too quick for me.
Dan's too quick for most. Advanced driver, T-Pack trained, anti-ambush driver trained.
Keep going forward, mate, I'll tell you when.
Keeping up as a navigator is no mean feat.
Back up.
And at the sharp end of the pursuit, road crime's Dan is also fighting to keep up.
Speed is 80, timing.
The Audi's flying.
Speed 90. Medium red, no other road users.
It's north of 90 in a 30 limit, and it's drifting in and out of view as Ben and Dan close in from the opposite direction.
5-8 with London Road, 10 seconds. It's coming from your right, mate. Just keep going a bit more.
Right line, away from
Black. We're going to be behind it.
speed 90.
They can see the pursuit in the distance.
There you go in the distance. 5-8 with 10 seconds behind him. We're just trying to catch up.
Second down there.
Yeah, second.
Let's go down there if you want.
Second.
They've lost the pursuit. Meanwhile, road crime have lost the Audi.
Into the circle with Newville, stand by.
It's pulled into an estate and disappeared.
Total off. And there's only sort of 2 or 3 ways in.
He's in here somewhere, so they work together to lock down the estate.
Keep going, reverse back. We both took the... could do with someone holding the entrance and we'll carry on into the other side of the estate, do it right. It's a bit of a maze, but it's only one way and one way out. There's 2 ways to go.
At the moment, no one has eyes on the Audi.
6-3, just lost. It's a loss. That's lost proof. We've just lost it.
Oh, hold on.
Outside Richmond will return when they get back.
Yeah, I see. No.
5-8, we've got it parked up in the estate.
Let's go the way of the train.
No one in it.
Any occupants are long gone.
Yeah, you got us. It's on your left.
But they may not be beyond the dog unit.
We're just trying to track where he's gone with our dog colleague.
Coops and Rambo have joined the party.
That alleyway is a big high gate. See if you can try and get in them gardens.
This way?
Yeah.
And Coops leads the firearms cops through alleyways near the abandoned car.
We're relying on him, really, to do the work, and his dog.
Detective work says they're looking for multiple occupants.
There's likely to be more than 2 in the car as well. The front seat is it's only a 2-door. Front seat's forward, as if someone's got out the back.
And with road crime, dogs and firearms working together,
So,
it doesn't take long to drop on some suspects.
there are 4, and yeah, so we've got 4 male stops nearby. It's getting for 1 in the morning now, so and it's quite a nice area. It's unusual the 4 lads skulking around in the estate at this time, so close to where this car has come to a stop.
All 4 suspects are being searched.
Have you got anything on you need to know about?
Yes, sir. This.
Which?
My wallet, yeah.
Just your wallet. Yeah, nothing else?
No, sir.
Smash it. Just put your arms out there for us. Yep. Nothing on your wrist, nothing around your neck. That's 12.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to be these.
So have you got any car keys on you? Right. No. No, that's fine. Just put your arms out for me.
No one's carrying car keys, but the cops are convinced this lot arrived at the estate in the runaway Audi.
Do we think a car's been abandoned nearby? You 4 have been in it.
I wasn't a driver.
I was a driver.
So you were in it?
Yeah, we were in it. We're not going to lie, aren't we?
They fessed up to being in the car, but all deny driving it.
Nothing to do with it 2 minutes ago, and now you've all been in the car.
Yeah, but then, I just went along.
Well, when you went along, you went straight past Coops.
I'm so confident now that the white T-shirt was driving some boy.
So if I was a betting man at the moment in time, I'll say the lad in the white T-shirt was the driver. I saw this car earlier. If I was going to put a £10 bet on now, it'd definitely be the lad in the white T-shirt that was driving.
Unless they can prove that, the driver may get away with it.
If you don't
wasn't driving, he wasn't driving.
So nice. You 3 weren't the driver, so you're saying he's the driver. We're not saying.
The cops didn't see the lads decamp, and any driving charges hang in the balance. But as luck would have it, Mr. White T-shirt has suddenly owned up.
Ultimately, I think Gilt's got the better one, and he's come clean. It's his car. He's just bought it. Since doesn't have insurance, and yeah, so I'm just going to take him down to the station.
Coops has won the bet. The driver's off to the nick, and his mates aren't best pleased about being abandoned.
So you're going to keep us here for 40 minutes and not give us a lift?
Yeah. The lad who led the team on a merry dance in a runaway Audi has been reported for dangerous driving, failing to stop, and no insurance. His car was seized. But not before Coops turned up a stash of bread in the boot.
Very strange. I don't know if it's they're making him or he's out with a pack when he likes to shoot, but...
Yeah. Whoa. No. The driver's on a roll.
Hey.
Coming up.
There's 2 lads in an alleyway. One lad's got a full-face balaclava.
Sharp eyes reveal something sharper.
Lockdown.
Yes. Silly speeds on the 46.
53 into 120.
And a horror show in the sticks.
Hello? Really spooky as well.
There's nothing like a speeding marked car with flashing lights to grab the attention. But sometimes it's better to glide through the streets like a stealthy turbocharged shark.
We use a plane vehicle, and we kind of switch that vehicle around quite a lot. And that allows a set of eyes out there, sort of undetected, not stirring the pot, not showing a policing presence. And often they'll see things that are just happening out in the open in terms of criminality, be it drug dealing, be it gang members associating or suspicious vehicles loitering down alleyways. What it affords is this ability to kind of watch what's going on undetected. Quite successful.
Going undetected is only half of it. You still need the eagle eyes of a seasoned interceptor. And though we mortals may have missed it, Plain Car Ken's not about to overlook a man in a balaclava by an alleyway.
I see, Sarge.
The Sarge may be a way away, but fellow members of Team Knife Crime, Dan and Adam, are just around the corner.
That Subways are so tasty. So many different options. I like the Subway salad.
And duty's about to get in the way of Dan's salad.
There's two lads in an alleyway. One lad's got a full-face balaclava, but may just be interested in getting stopped. One of them's got a bike, it's on the floor by the gate. It might even be worth just going straight in for a stop on him, but we just need sufficient people, I think.
We're coming towards Kenny Kemper with the top end of the road, making progress.
Yeah, to 4.
Standing towards as well, mate.
On attachment to Knife Crime, Abby is getting a masterclass in resource management, as Ken preps the team to stop Balaclava Boy.
We're just trying to find the house number that I think they're stood in front of now. Have a look. Is that right?
I'll receive it, I'm with you. We're holding them bottom of North Gate.
They're getting all their ducks in a row in case the suspects run.
Kenny, we're down on Northgate, mate. We can go out onto Nottingham Road, first right onto Langtree Grove and behind them in case it is an alleyway.
Yeah, they're in Langtree, halfway up on the near side, so there's no way to get to them other than going up Langtree. So if you want to go in that side, Dan, you can do.
Yes, and...
Ken's a big Steven Seagal fan, but prefers to stop bad guys by marshalling cops rather than martial arts.
We'll start to turn in.
Oblivious to Ken's unmarked Volvo, the suspects have no idea that multiple units are zipping around the area, getting into position.
Just trying to get the right tactic. The trouble is, if we stop them on the driveway and find something and someone's watching inside the address, any hope of finding whatever's in there is gone. I mean, we don't even really know what we've got right now. I've just got a bad feeling about them as the reality. Abby's just doing some intel checks.
The plane car has also bought them enough time to ID both suspects on the police database. But before they can stop and search them...
Lad on the bike's on the move.
The suspects split up. Ken takes the one on foot.
Bike continued down towards Nottingham Road. You alright? Yeah. So I saw you in there. Is that your mate who's not going to stop for me?
Well, why you come to speak to me, bro?
I was talking to you. I wanted to talk to you and your mate because your mate had a full-face balaclava on like he was off the...
Wait, what? I made something, man. Weirdo.
Let's come and join us quick then.
Meanwhile, Dan and Adam have caught up with Balaclava Boy.
Hang on, stop there!
Who has no plans to be caught.
He's making up Ford Street, we are. Off your bike!
He's off and running, chased by Adam and a marked car with prime position for a short, sweet takedown.
Mate, you've been detained for the purpose of a drug search. Think you discarded a man bag. Want to tell us what incident is now?
The runner denies dropping a man bag en route.
Oh, right, yeah, just seen ditching it. Got nothing to do with it, you know?
Oh, mate, we've got five here.
You've been detained Section 23 Misuse of Drugs Act. It's not yours, but you've ditched it from your person, yeah?
It's not me, it's not
Oh, okay, yes, Sam, mate.
While Mike gets to grips with Balaclava Boy...
I want to talk to you, that's why I stopped you.
A short sprint away, Ken's getting acquainted with his mate.
Where
away for?
Street we are.
Because I said your mate's got like a full-face balaclava on.
Yeah, move from me, bro. What are you doing, bro?
I'm detaining you for a search, pal. That's what I'm doing. All right, you got any weapons on you?
Weapons, bro.
Hey, don't start stressing with me, mate. Don't start fighting with me, pal.
I ain't allow it, man. Why are you handcuffing me for?
Because you started pulling away from me when I went to detain you, mate.
There's a man back in the side of your car that he's done.
Right. You can hear the excitement of your mate who's run off.
Might be him, bro. I don't...
Yeah, you're together.
That's not...
So I'm detaining you for a search under Section 1 apace because we've got some problems with knife crime in the area, all right? And I suspect perhaps you or your friend...
I've got my vape in there, yeah.
But a search of this suspect
I've got nothing in there, sweetheart.
turns up nothing untoward.
Get me.
His balaclava mate is also clean, but there is still the small matter of the man bag he allegedly ditched.
Smell it already. Cannabis. Bit of cash.
Scales.
Bit of weed. A bit of weed. A load of money.
Ha!
Lockdown.
There were more than 700 serious offences across Notts last year involving knives. That's a year-on-year reduction on the previous 2 years, a trend Interceptors are keen to continue.
Yes.
And the best way to do that is stop and search, built on solid intel.
I don't understand why I'm being stopped in the search, you know. Because you've been seen dumping a man bag. You're not being detained now, you're under arrest for possession of a blade article. You've just dumped that man bag and there's a knife in it. There's your reasons. What are any other reasons?
Go on.
Well, that's it, innit? You can't have a knife in public, mate. It's completely illegal.
He still denies dumping the bag, but there are 2 bits of evidence to the contrary. Exhibit A, a video from Dan's car showing Balaclava Boy dumping a man bag in the same garden where a man bag was found. And...
What's your name?
Exhibit B,
Like your bank card. In the bag. With the knife.
a bank card with his name on it in the bag.
We've got his bank card, mate.
Oh dear, your mate's got a knife on him.
Well, that's got nothing to do with
You were here together, mate.
Like, oh, come on now, bro. That's not me, bro. Like,
Have you been in trouble for weapons before?
never in my life, bro.
All I want to do is just want you down with it to make sure you got not a knife concealed or anything.
No, I've got no shanks, bro.
Right.
A wave of the metal detecting one proves he's telling the truth.
Sweet, you can go.
Never see you lot again, yeah? Thank you. See you later.
Cheerio.
Meanwhile, his mate off to the nick.
Listen, mate, can we just try and be reasonable?
With around 200 deaths a year in the UK from knives and bladed instruments, today's proof positive that a plain car and sharp eyes can save lives.
It kind of shows the importance of the check. We've got one in custody, got a large knife off the streets and some drugs.
No further action was taken against the lad who was stopped by Ken. The guy in the balaclava who took off and tossed the bag with a knife and his bank card behind him was given a cannabis warning and convicted of possession of a weapon. The court handed him a 6-month suspended prison sentence, a rehabilitation order and costs totalling £239. Cars are far faster than they were 50 years ago.
Speed is 100.
But the national speed limit still remains at 70 miles an hour.
We are now directly behind the subject vehicle. Current speed is 100.
And whether you're speeding down a motorway,
It's coming this way.
or pushing it in a 30,
There it is. Go.
you're gambling with your life and the lives of others.
Crushed. It's crushed. It's crushed.
Speeding kills, ultimately. We are trained to a level where we understand how fast the cars and how fast we can drive on the roads, whereas some people, they don't have that additional training. They do the basic test, but they don't understand the limits that they're able to drive to. Quite ironic, I failed my driving test.
I really wanted to do a little bit there.
It's Thursday evening and Interceptor Gav Hall is doing a steady 70 in an unmarked car. Apparently unaware of Gav, a VW creeps past at 75. The driver's pushing his luck, and as he disappears, he's pushed it too far. Gav drops a right boot, but even at 95, he's falling behind.
Press 100 and 8.
Other units are en route, including Dan and John, who are in convoy with the marked car ahead.
You've got us behind there as well, so we'll be with you shortly.
As the Intercept convoy races through the night, behind the target, Gav is really having to go some to keep up.
Requesting precinct at 120, lane 1. No view of the occupant, no view of the driver.
The Golf slows and pulls off the A46.
He's taken the exit slip at Margie Dinham and we're in slow-moving traffic approaching the Mini RA.
Gav has a choice: wait for the cavalry or reveal himself with blue lights. He opts to wait, but someone else doesn't.
The first, which is Chapel Lane, I believe, in towards Bingham.
The ambulance is an unrelated coincidence, but it may have spooked the suspect.
We've got an offside indication, possibly doing a reset standby. Reset. Round the RA we go. You'll be aware of my presence.
During its lap of the roundabout, the Golf snagged 2 more cop cars.
Going to go for a 3-car box when the road layout and traffic allows.
Let's get it on before this railway track.
As they cross the railway line, it's a game of cat and mouse. And under the instruction of Gav, the lead cat,
we'll look to come around here.
the mouse is in the trap. John takes the passenger side.
Haven't even got idea. Yes. Hey? I'll just switch the engine off. I'm not going to go get it. Give us your key.
It seems the driver put a full carload at risk.
Keys are out, so it's 4 up.
And the cops aren't impressed with the speed demon.
He's driving fairly quickly, isn't he?
Oh, bloody hell, we thought it was 110 down to 46, mate.
I'm in a rush to get her by.
Well, you're going nowhere fast now.
You better come and have a seat in the back of my car, fella. I thought we had a stolen Golf, then. Hence why we've done a box. Right, then.
Ship your back.
So, mate, obviously unmarked cars, yeah. You probably didn't know initially who was there, and we see a Golf going that quick with a few occupants in. We're thinking that vehicle's stolen, yeah? Need to ascertain it, because if it was a stolen car, that's the manner of driving, which probably you'd expect to see. Is it your car insured in your name? I thought you were going. I thought you were going for it, because that is clearly excessive speed on the A46. Yeah. Do you know what the speed limit is on the A46?
70 or 80, I think.
No, it's 70. It's a dual carriageway. How long have you passed your test?
Like 7 months.
7 months. So 7 months ago, you've reached a standard where the DVLA is saying that you're safe to drive, that you understand the highway code. So I'm a little bit worried straight away when you're saying 70 or 80. So you should know that. It's a dual carriageway, A46. It's a national speed limit, no more than 70 miles an hour. Now, because of that speed, and it's so far over the speed limit, I would say that you are not going to be offered a speed awareness course.
But it's fair to say you need one.
I'm just really worried how you said around you thought the speed limit was 80, so I'm just going to invite you just to have another read through the highway code, yeah? Just refreshing yourself in relation to speed limits. Okay, right, there's your ticket.
Statistics show that most car accidents involve young men driving, and this young man, who's only just passed his test, is probably showing off with his friends in the car. 7 months driving, 120 miles an hour down the 70 mile an hour road, and he didn't even know the speed limit on the dual carriageway should have been 70.
The speed demon was summoned to court, where he pleaded guilty to speeding. He was banned from driving for 35 days and ordered to pay £735 in fines and costs, proving it pays to have a better knowledge of the national speed limit. Coming up,
Left.
a wild goose chase in the country
Go right here.
is dicey for more than the goose.
Watch it, no, stop. Where's the car?
Knott's Interceptors cover 834 square miles.
Under the street, left, Woodford Road.
Most action takes place in town.
Mount the curve.
But they're not afraid of a country ramble.
Can't go with it without a bridle, can you?
And speaking of country...
Has it gone off-road?
Did you hear the one about Lisa's magic cop car?
Bloody hell.
It turned into a field. It's a balmy night in the sticks. And laughing policemen John and Dan are basking in some summer temperatures.
We're going to have the engine on with the aircon, mate. I'm so hot, it's unreal. It's 23 degrees. It's right, 11 o'clock, it's 23 degrees.
You're worse than my wife,
Mate, I'm not going to get you to fill my head. I'm sweating.
And Dan's not the only hot thing in the countryside tonight.
Yeah, there's been another Toyota Hilux stolen from a village just quite close to Newark.
Rural thefts of pickups have skyrocketed in recent years, and the Toyota Hilux, with its bull bars and 2-ton bulk, is a vehicle of choice for the criminal classes who drive them forwards and backwards. So many pickups are being swiped that insurers have advised owners to fit additional security measures.
It's a Toyota Hilux. It's red and it's got a tracker on. So the victim's giving live updates to say where the vehicle is. We're not too far away. I think Jules is quite well placed. Not this one. Not this one. 6-3 at Muscombe, travelling towards Cattermarket Island. You're going to have to go somewhere, I think, mate, because it's going to be coming over Kelham.
The tracker's beaming back the pickup's position to its owner.
So I don't know which one that is. The Great North Road going towards A1.
But the delay in passing that info to the cops...
It's coming towards us.
...means they're constantly playing catch-up.
Just hold here, John.
Apparently it's on the A1. Call us and check the direction.
It's a wild goose chase in the country.
Do you know what? I bet we've just missed it, you know.
And with a track record of nicked pickups being used for serious crime.
To the team, a substantial bull bar to the front, so be aware.
They're keen to get this one back to its owner before anyone gets that chance.
It's near the Newark Showground on the A46, came back off the A1.
So it's back towards Newark. 6-3, we're now on the A1 south, Muscombe towards Newark.
I think we're a little way behind this way.
They can't catch a break, let alone a Hilux.
It could be this one here.
All right, I'm on it, mate. Don't commit.
If it's gone Potter Hill Road, it's gone the second turning into Collingham, and that's going to bring you back towards Collingham Village itself if it stays on Potter Hill Road.
Left. Swindlebury. Go right here.
Watch it, no, stop.
John and Dan aren't the only hunters in this goose chase.
Sorry for shouting at you, mate. I didn't think that panda was going to stop.
But no one's got close.
We're 2 miles away. Mate, hold on, just one sec. So we can either go back on the A46, but we're always going to be behind it.
I've gone through Collingham, turned onto Swindleby Road, and somehow it's on the South Scarlet Road.
Is that South Scarles, which is back along the 1133? So do we gamble and go 1133?
They could do with a chopper.
Mate, there's nothing on the road at all. Is M-Pass already travelling over?
M-Pass is going to Irish Mystic on top of it,
But air support's not an option, and they're getting nowhere fast.
I think the problem is it's not a live tracker. So the victim is having to do a text message on his phone, so we're probably getting information which is probably a couple of minutes old. So it's clearly been in and around all these villages.
But just when it's looking hopeless, they catch a break.
It's parked up just outside of Wigsley on some waste ground.
I think he's dumped it.
It shows it's still not moving.
The cops use the What 3-word system for precise directions. Every 3 metres square on Earth has a unique 3-word address.
Dan to Ryan, pass you what 3 words, mate?
Talkers, capillary, kings.
Just talk about capillary on what 3 words? We'll have an heart attack.
But the 3 most important words are, they're closing in.
So it's like almost directly to our right now.
It's round here somewhere.
From 2549, I'm stood directly on that square about what 3 words, and there's nothing here other than a wood and a field. So whether it's tucked behind, this is where we walk into a ditch. But there's nothing obvious so far. M-Pass would be great.
There's no pickup, but there is something else.
Is that you, Jules?
I still think it's a bit further.
Fancy meeting you here, Jules?
That way. Because it's about, well, it's the same distance I walked from my car again. I'm getting.
I've been, so it's actually that way in this field here. I can't see where they've driven it in though, Jules, can you? Hello?
This is a proper horror film setting.
It's high stuff.
It's very spooky as well.
Or that baseball movie with Kevin Costner.
It's like the Field of Dreams.
That's the one. And to paraphrase Mr. Costner's baseball flick, if you hide it, they will come.
So where's that? Is it just literally barreled into the field then? Oh, it's smashed window to get in.
It's old school, it's done the barrel, yeah. Old school.
The car thieves have done one in the corn, but at least this Hilux won't be used in more serious crime.
This is the type of vehicle that this criminal element of society will be looking to steal to go out and commit further crime. It's good off-road, it's a heavy vehicle, it's got a bull bar on the front, so potentially in a pursuit they'd look to ram the police car and kind of immobilise our car. Very similar to the incident with Jules the other week, where he was reverse rammed by a newer Hilux.
And the moral of the story? Fit a tracker.
Been a little bit of a time delay on the tracker, but obviously it's led us to us eventually. It looks like we didn't know that there was a tracker inside, because where the victims hidden their tracker device in the vehicle, it's not been touched. So whether they've been spooked by blue lights and then decided to park it up and try and hide it and come back for it later. But quite well hidden, I think, because of the height of the crops. It's a bit like the Field of Dreams film. It might open out into a magical baseball ground.
Once they arrange recovery from Dan's magical baseball ground, it'll be time for the home run.
The Interceptors are back next Monday at 8. With a title up for grabs, can Scotland's Lee McGregor stay undefeated against Mexico's Eric Robles? Catch live World Championship Boxing Friday at 10. Officers have bad news for a young man suspected of drug driving with his little sisters in the back seat in Police Night Shift 999. You next.